We got Harbor Place down here. We got Harbor Point, Harbor East right here. We got Hopkins Plaza here. We got Mount Vernon here. We got the jail over
We gotta
here.
redo that jail. Have you been over there? So design research started out with Ben Thompson. And Larry can talk to Ben Thompson's approach to urban revitalization with the best of them, since he was intimately involved. And so, design research is about turning cities around in, public realm and making places better, but also, using all the tools in the toolbox. And Larry can talk about what you did in New York, right?
The interesting thing about Ben's attitude toward cities and toward city life was not just creating a sense of place. It was basically putting a big smile on it, and that's why he was infatuated with old city markets from the medieval times. Because every morning they were alive with people from 5 o'clock in the morning until dusk, with people buying and selling things.
And it wasn't just tourists and
they were locals.
local people.
And everything was founded on servicing the community where these places were. And the term that Herb Miller and I used to always use was, you live by the tourist, you die by the tourist. So Ashkenazi just thought he could rip off Baltimore with Harbor Place and raise the rents. And if the tourists came, they'd really support it. Well, the tourists don't come in the middle of January or February, but locals do. And he completely forgot about his primary market and went right to the secondary market.
I think you gotta get Charles Street right. Charles Street's like the ancient artery. It used to be called Forest Street. So if you were going to go to Philadelphia, you would ride up Charles Street, right? It was a regional connector. And Baltimore Street was called Long Street. It was the opposite way. So that was like Main and Main is Baltimore and Charles. So what's it, Baltimore and Charles? Morris Mechanic Theater Hall. It's been there for 8 years. And some empty buildings, and so got to figure it out. We worked here in Baltimore between 1975 and 1980. And Baltimore was in about the same kind of condition it is today. And one project turned this whole city around. One project turned Boston around, Faneuil Hall Marketplace. One project turned Baltimore Harbor Place. And a handful of projects turned New York around. It's a little bigger city to turn around. But basically, the center of the city got redone. And Midtown became a great place. 34th Street came back to life. 42nd Street came back to life. Park Avenue came back to life. And I think that's what Baltimore needs. It needs the streets are really for people. And the magic for a city to be successful are really the merchants and the people. And there needs to be magic in the merchants. And dumb stores don't make magic. And we need a regional transportation system that allows people to get from one point in Baltimore to another easily. So is Baltimore a northern suburb of Washington? Hell yeah. And the more people understand that, the more successful Baltimore's going to be. Because then they get to hitch their wagon to two cities, not just Baltimore, but Baltimore and Washington. And I think that's where the city is missing the big picture.